partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete here.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
2nd down, here's Davis Price.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Throwing now is Lance. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
Nick Bosa using that speed to get in there and break that play up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Fields.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue.
Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
If we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helps contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
To throw, it's Lance.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And he fires one that's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
And the Bears are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
Got an open man, it's Pringle. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 more yards there and another first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here we go. Set.
From the 31, Lance. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 6-0 our score after 1. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Lance now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 16 more on that one and another first down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
He hits Mooney going across the middle. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Here's Lance to throw it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
Here's Lance.
This is caught by Malik Turner. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards that time.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Here we go.
Again, it's Lance. Slant route connects with Deebo Samuel.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Partner, find me a star more on the rise than Deebo Samuel after last season. Wide receiver, running back, kick returner. This man does it all for the San Francisco 49ers. Ranked 3rd in the league in all-purpose yardage and deservedly made first-team All-Pro. Building on that with a 1st down here.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
Buying time to his left. And that's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Caught by Turner. And he's taken down inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On first down, Lance. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Now Lance. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 19. A nice pickup there, 10 yards. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Davis Price on 1st and 10. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Working with 2nd and 5 now. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. And the Bears will take over here just shy of the 30.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
66 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Fields.
A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 39. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
And this offense can get their tight ends involved. They can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Fields now to throw.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
To throw is Fields. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. But really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know where the first down marker is. You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there.
A good pick up there of 20 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter.
Here we go, back. A final shot before half for Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
And this is caught.
And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
Well, certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the 3rd quarter.
Montgomery on the counter. And he is going to lose yardage here.
That's Javon Kinlaw busting through it. He sticks him behind the line.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Play action. It's Fields.
Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Kyler Gordon. That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Now a play fake. Lance.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The credit that sack to Robert Quinn.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
On play action, Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, still brings it in off the tip here on the deep shot. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
But when we see the ball tipped in the air, sometimes we get a little role change, don't we? Because when it's in the air, sometimes the defensive back becomes the receiver. And in this case, the receiver looked like a defensive back, but ended up a receiver.
He caught it as a receiver. Hey, it worked out.
Worked out really well for them. But I'm telling you, the defensive guys,
frustrated.
Oh, frustrated. They're going to catch it in film.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Off of play action, here's Lance.
And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Lance on target to Samuel for a Niner first.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Come on, set.
They'll run with Davis Price.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal.
To throw, it's Lance.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bears are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
80 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery.
To about the 23.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Toss left to Montgomery. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38.
On first and 10, it's Herbert.
And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a first and 10.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
He'll buy some time right. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the Niners are right back in this football game.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so. You have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
And Lance now to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Let's go now.
Lance now on first down. They'll find Ayuk open right side.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lance gets it out wide to Davis Price.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The Niners on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Shotgun now for Lance. Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape for a 1st and goal.
Lance looks to throw again.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the 49ers have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Ready up.
Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Lance going to try to throw for this.
And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Fields throw taken in by Pringle.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Griffin. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. A handoff for Herbert. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which you didn't.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth-quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dane Cruikshank. And the Bears are right back in this football game.
Partner, have you ever heard the story from Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So no gain on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fields.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Maurice Hurst busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Fields.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
All eyes on Fields.
And he whips that one incomplete there.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now Fields.
Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the 49ers have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
On the counter, Davis Price.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
2nd down, and again it's Davis Price.
And he's got some space here. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And able to get this to the 31. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. We know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how